Kingston and St Andrew from Casafa. They battle St. Anne outfit Limehall Community Club, and that's the matchup in the first match of our doubleheader on this Sunday afternoon. A Sunday afternoon that the breeze is rather nice at this time, a bit balmy, the atmosphere, not hot at all. 12 kilometers per hour is the wind reading, and they say it's 30 degrees Celsius on the outside. It feels about that, but with a nice breeze blowing across the Draxhall Sports Complex, it doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. The full fixture list for this round of games, or this match week: Molynes and Limehall, that's the first game. Humble and Cavalier, that fixture postponed. Postponed as well is Harbourview versus Dunbeholden. Morbay United will battle Portmore United. Mount Pleasant, they battle Waterhouse. That's in the second game of today's doubleheader. Arnett Gardens, they entertain Vere United. And then Tivoli, the boys from West Kingston, they entertain St Elizabeth's Treasure Beach. The table: Mount Pleasant, the pace setters, they are 7 points clear, so daylight between themselves. Arnett Gardens, Portmore United and Humberland were all on 11 points. Then Tivoli and Waterhouse on 10. Cavalier just outside the top 6 on 7. Vere, Dunbeholden, Treasure Beach, Morbay United, Harbourview, in that order. And then today's first game is between the teams struggling at the bottom, both of them on 2 points each: Limehall and Molynes United. Limehall in front of Molynes on goal difference. The fans here early to catch the action. Limehall, our guy Dwight Jeremiah spoke with Donald Stewart, the Molynes United head coach.
Coach Stewart elevated to the helm of coaching operations at this team. Can you tell me a little bit about what you want to bring to this team to really try and get them come out of this rut?
Well, what we always try to bring to Molynes is to be well organized, compact, and go out there and play football, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we've seen that they bring about the changes with you coming at the top of it, but it's very easy when you're losing for persons to point fingers. How united are the players and supportive of each other in this effort to try and improve?
Well, I think they are still 100% supportive of each other, and even with the administration staff behind the units.
In terms of Limehall, they are like yourself, yet to win a game this season, but on their day, though few, they can cause problems, which Cavalier found out today. How ready is Molynes for that Limehall, if that's what turned up today?
I'm pretty much ready. I think we have a good training session this week with the group in terms of what we're trying to bring today to the field, and hopefully we can execute it.
You've lost a lot of games so far this season with experienced players as well. Is it time to give the young players a run in terms of trying to see if they can adapt?
For me, it's more always a mixture of both experience and young mind. I hope we just get it today, as I said earlier in the interview. So I'm expecting good things today.
The player to watch for Molynes United is that man. He wears number 11, Rashawn Livingston. He's 28 years old. 7 games so far in this campaign. No goals, no assists, Dwight Jeremiah. Creatively, Molynes United are struggling. Rashawn Livingston must spark today for them to have a chance.
He has to. He's playing on that right side outlet for them to really test those wing-backs for Limehall, who really have shown frailty throughout the league so far this season. So yes, big game for him, and Molynes could possibly get their first win of the season.
All right, Limehall have a man on the sidelines, a new head coach. He's Vanny Clark, and Dwight caught up with him earlier.
Coach Clark, a new man to the job. Just tell me, why did you decide to take up this job? It seems a very difficult task.
Absolutely, it's a challenging task, but we're made from stern stuff. We like challenges, and it would be nice to have 2 St. Anne teams remain in the Premier League. I think I can bring about some amount of upward mobility to this team.
All right, you talk about, the old philosophical side of it. Practically, what have you seen in this Limehall team to suggest to you that you have enough quality here to come out of this rut?
It's a young group. Kids, a lot of them are kids, really. I believe that they have the energy. They need some tactical nuance to their game, but I believe there's a lot of rough diamonds in there that can be polished, and with time we'll get them moving in the right direction.
The interim coach did say that his philosophy is a very attacking one, but there has to be a point when you see the goals going in that you have to be more pragmatic. What's your style and approach to this team?
Well, we're going to take it one day at a time. I'm still learning the players. It's my second day on the job, really, so I'm still learning the players. And as we adjust and adapt to what they can do, how fast they learn, how much they take on in terms of our game model, then we'll adjust. But today, we want to be very, very cautious. It's a bottom of the table clash, literally. We don't want to end today being bottom. We want to end today being confirming ourselves as a second from bottom, really, and start the upward movement.
Player to watch for Lime Hall is this man, Javon Ellis. One man of the match display so far this season. Where's number 8? Doesn't play as an 8, he plays as a 6 in the midfielder, holding midfielder. He was outstanding in your last commentary game, Dwight. He'll have to be outstanding today again.
It was very good and was really a travesty that they didn't walk away with 3 points. He shielded back 4 so well against Cavalier, and it took a dubious goal with a handball there to unlock Lime Hall on the day. When he's good, Lime Hall is well protected. He needs that. Lime Hall will need his protection today.
If Ellis is as good today as he was the last time, and if Lime Hall are as good today as they were the last time, then they should be fine in this clash against Molynes United. We take a break. When we come back, kick off here at Draxall Sports Complex in St. Anne.
The light bill is high again. There must be something I can do about this. I remember seeing something on Instagram. Was it Connex? Let me check. Wait, Connex does solar pool pumps too? Hi, I saw an ad on Instagram about a solar pool pump and I'm interested. You send someone today? Perfect.
Go green with Connex.
Ray and Never, feel we culture, yo!
New beginning, we winning, so share our spirit where you living, yeah.
Share it!
I make we all a one bar, you don't know we come from far.
From far, anytime we rep, feel we country. Rear rum, it have to come with we.
No matter with the bad vibes.
Poor rear rum, a celebration time.
I feel the culture. Make we show ya. Jamaica the culture.
Ray and Nephew, overproof from what just I do it to the culture.
Years are older to drink responsibly.
Turn your passion into winnings with JustBet. Watch your favorite international leagues and tournaments and get in the game with JustBet. We have the best odds on over 100 sports: football, basketball, boxing, rugby, motorsports, even virtual matches. Register on the JustBet mobile platform, mobile.justbetja.com, or visit one of our over 100 JustBet locations island-wide. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and win big with JustBet.
This is Island Car Rentals. We're an international award-winning Jamaican company, and we know just how to make your travel experience memorable. Whether you're going somewhere as an individual or a group, we'll take you there in comfort, in style, anywhere. For car rentals, chauffeur services, airport transfers, or your very own customized tours, whatever the reason, business or leisure, we're just a call away. Let Island Car Rentals be your travel partner, because Island people take better care of you.
Sometimes in life, we have to stay on the move to make a living, deal with running out of cash, forgotten wallets, cheering for your team wherever you are, and staying safe. But life is better with Link, the quick, safe, and easy way to pay. No cash, no bank cards, no problem. No matter who you are, where you are, or what you do. Link up with everybody.
It's the largest parish in Jamaica, St. Anne is, you know, and the Draxhall Sports Complex is the centre of attention on this Sunday for 2 games in the Jamaica Premier League, sponsored by Ray and Neville. The first matchup, Molynes United have travelled from the capital, Kingston, to battle Limehall Community Club in this contest. Both teams struggling in the JPL this season, but they think that there is every opportunity that they could leave with 3 points this afternoon, given the poor form of the team standing across them on the other side of the field. This is SportsMax's coverage of the Jamaica Premier League. My name is George Davis. Dwight Jeremiah is the man in, well, he's playing on the wing, both wings this afternoon. And speaking of wings, Dwight, you'd expect that flank play this afternoon will dictate how well both these teams attack. If they can attack well outside in the wide spaces, then they should be able to hurt the other side.
Well, we look at the players, even the player to watch for Molynes, a player that is expected to go on those flanks, Livingston, and they have a very talented player in Campbell for Limehall. He plays also on the right, so yeah, the flank plays are going to be key. What's really jumping out at me, George, is that these 2 teams are 2 worst defence in the league, and you think goals should be in it, but they also are amongst the worst scoring teams in the league as well. So not quite sure what you'll get, but if I'm betting on it, I think goals are in it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have a game of attrition this afternoon at all, especially given how well Limehall played. The sense of injustice, that taste of injustice will be strong on their palate, Dwight, because they really felt that they should have had 3 points in the bag from the last game. And then Molynes will look at Limehall and say, well, we should be able to put 2-3 past this team. So I'm thinking that confidence will be strong, will be high across the divide. That could lend itself to goals.
Yeah, most definitely. Both these 2 teams are looking up at everybody else in the table. Well, more so for Molynes. They're looking at everybody literally because they're at the bottom of the table. But you're right, George. Both these 2 teams will feel this is a fixture that they can and should get 3 points for. That loss against, or that drawn game that felt like a loss against Cavalier, for them, they haven't recovered well from that. They've had 2 losses after that game, and how well and what that would have done for them had they gotten over Cavalier. Well, they need to reproduce that. We look at the referees. Anderson, Duhaney, OJ Duhaney is his assistants, and Bennett also 4th official, Carvel Banton. And these are the guys who will be presiding over a fixture which I think shouldn't give them too much bother. Although we expect both these 2 teams to really...
So the respective captains playing, well, they play at opposite ends. The captain for Molynes United, he wears number 10, Jason Wright. He's a goal scorer, and the man with the captain's armband for Limehall, he plays in the back. The starting 11, Peter Harrison. In goal for Molynes United, Johnny Flemings, Enrique Gordon, Sergini Frankson, Dejon Grant, Jeremy Nelson, saw him yesterday at Caymanas Park, Jason Wright, Javon Brown, Daniel Hardy, Rashawn Livingston, and Taraj Andrews for head coach Donald Stewart.
Yeah, and they'll be playing a 4-2-3-1 system. I was about to ask you if Jamie Nelson was as dapper as you are, but it's very difficult to get close to you, what I saw you in yesterday, George. But yeah, this Molynes team will want to be dapper in their performance.
All right, the Limehall team now, eye-catching colours. In goal, they have Jaheim Williams. Damani Sewell is the captain. Carlos Campbell, the hard-working number 10. Tajay Anderson and Sajay Anderson. Kevin Graham, the rock at the heart of defence. Shaquille Kane, Ronaldo Hansen, Javon Ellis, Michael Edwards, the Rastaman on the right flank, and Latroy Leng bringing his calm presence to the back line for Limehall and their head coach, Vanny Clark. Today, Dwight, he told you, only his 2nd day on the job.
Yeah, he has a lot of work to do, though, and I think he recognized that, but he took the job because he feels there's stuff in here. He says there are rough diamonds that can be polished. Whether or not his polishing machine will be effective enough in time to make those diamonds glitter in this Ray and Nephew Premier League is another matter.
there are diamonds, and then there are VVS diamonds, meaning very, very special. So let's see what the Vannie Clark polishing will do to these Limehall boys. All right, we're about to get kickoff underway. As I said, it's cool outside. It's the middle of the afternoon. We're drifting away just a bit from that, but it's cool. Usually, it's rather hot and clammy and humid. Not those conditions at all, so we expect that the boys should find it comfortable on the park here this afternoon.
Yeah, you're expecting that for them. Good condition for football to be played. Interestingly, Damon Stewart, he's taking the reins, but he has been at Molynes working with Thomas before, so he understands he might be better suited in the job than Vannie Clark because of his time spent at Molynes rather. But both these two coaches, George, they did make 4 and 5 changes, Molynes and Limehall respectively, to the starting lineup from their previous game, both coming off a loss. So already they're having their impacts on the team. So yeah, 4 for Limehall and 5 for Molynes.
There's Donald Stewart, new to this role here with Molynes, but not new to football at all. Vastly experienced, outstanding player, schoolboy level and at the club level, and has loads of experience as a coach. Shot by Jason Wright, he lifts it high. Maybe we're unkind to him. He was under pressure, being closed down. No deflection on the effort. A side foot really would have wanted to drive his laces through it from that range, but he was being closed down quickly, and the chance goes begging.
It's going to be difficult to place that one with the bodies in front of him. Yeah, sometimes we can be critical from close range to say that they should bury it, but yeah, looking as if he was closed down by 2 players, 2 Limehall players. So would have seen a wall of orange in front of him.
Kevin Graham, almost the hero the last time, his header against Cavalier.
Yeah, last time they were out here, yeah.
Yep, set the cat amongst the pigeons. But then, as Dwight mentioned, that dubious handball goal turned home by Ronaldo Robinson, which robbed them of the 3 points. Jason Wright, as Molynes attack. Livingston, can he get here? Yes, he does. Plays the 1-2, but he took forever to get there. Sujay McBean.
And a heavy touch there from Sewell.
Actually, Daniel Hardy. There's Vannie Clark.
Yeah, formerly at Mount Pleasant, was the principal at Mount Pleasant.
Yes.
Currently coaching at York Castle in the DaCosta Cup. Did come up against him in the DaCosta Cup season.
Important header there by Kevin Graham, because Jason Wright was waiting for him to miss, and he would have been in on goal. Limehall attack, trying to find Carlos Campbell. Excellent first touch by Livingston, but a poor second touch. Oh, Campbell the nutmeg. And this is Ling. Edwards out for Campbell. Had a good idea, but Campbell went too early, and the pass was behind him.
Love that build-up play from Limehall. In the end, didn't really materialize to anything worrying for Molynes, but yeah, that will be encouraging for them. But they've always been sprightly here. I saw them in their opening game against Montego Bay United. They did get a draw in that game, 1 of 2 points they've amassed so far in the season, and also against Waterhouse here, did score a first, I think, as well, but was overturned 3-1. And against Cavalier, they should have gotten all 3 points, but was undone by a referee's decision, or the hand of God goal from Robinson.
Maybe the hand of a disciple.
Yeah, the God is well up there already. Yeah?
There you go, there you go.
Learned well from the God himself, yes.
So the sun, as if to make me look like a mug, the sun has returned, and it's blazing hot here.
And I don't want to get into what you and I got into the last time.
We should get into the weather again, Mr. Jeremiah.
Well, you should learn here. It just changes so quickly. Yeah.
Here's Jason Wright, under pressure from Ellis. 2 stocky men, very strong, low center of gravity from both. And Wright, he held on to it well, but then his attempt at a pass was a bit too heavy, a bit overhit, and it's into touch for a throw.
Yeah, and despite these... Go ahead, George.
I was wondering about the rhythm of the game, to ask you, Coach, from a coach's perspective, given the conditions, does that ever, or do those conditions ever figure in how you instruct your team to start fast to moderate the start to try to pick up the pace at a certain point in the game? If you're starting at this time of day, do you tell your team to go and press a fast start, or do you say no, the conditions are tough, so just build it gradually? What are the instructions you would give?
Of course, at times it does come into your play. I've gone on fields this year that it was more suited for water polo than football, so that's a situation you tell them how to play in that. But with the sun, yes, I've gone to St. Elizabeth Technical, and trust me, as a schoolboy I went there as a track athlete, and I think down there it's 2 suns in the sky. So I've gone to play sets there already, and yeah, I tell the guys we're going to just try and play on the counter. We're going to stay behind the ball because it's really, really hot, and we would not have acclimatized well enough for that condition. So yes, it does play a part from time to time how you go about it. Now, with a team in front of you that you feel you should win, you may just feel like despite the condition you can get at them early. So a lot of things will factor. Never an easy decision to make, but yeah, weather does come into the factor in from time to time.
You know, I swear it's a toss-up for me between Santa Cruz and Black River in the same parish as to where the hottest place in Jamaica. The sun in Santa Cruz is different, but I hear that the sun in Black River is even more dangerous.
I wouldn't want to experience that too much.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, I was running a 3,000 meter as an athlete at William at the Western Champs, and when I was finished, the late Pablo McNeil, former also coaching boat early in his years, I said to him, Coach, there has to be 2 suns in the sky.
Battle over on the far side, won by Limehall, looking for support. This is Leng. Bad first touch by Latroy Leng. Can he get a shot off? Oh, he places high. That was an opportunity. He had so much time. 2 bad touches. He sorted his feet out, then the left foot applied, but it was high and wild by Latroy Leng in the end.
Well, new coach in charge, but same old story for Limehall, missing their chances in games, and this was a glorious one for them to go ahead. Now, lovely ball inside, cut back. That's the right play. Now, he found himself in so much space. He took 2, 3 bad touches, and then a 4th bad touch, because that was a bad shot blazing high. He has to make the goalkeeper work there. Just got to make the goalkeeper work. And no matter who you are, which position you play in, you've got to make him work. And yeah, on that occasion, didn't make the goalkeeper work, was Leng.
And he's a better player than that, Latroy Leng.
Much better.
So you'd expect much better. Anyway, Hansen for Limehall, but he's under pressure, and the ball drifts out for a throw.
And I hear them saying that he can't miss that. Well, he did. And is Limehall missing the opportunity here to get their first win of the season? It's a big plus for both these 2 teams.
Lovely touch by German as a freeze German right. And it's a vital touch by Kevin Graham, because that ball was destined for a man in blue, but for his intervention. And the veteran defender comes to his team's rescue yet again. That's what he's paid for.
Yeah, I think it was definitely destined for someone in blue, for sure. It looked like it was Hardy who was approaching on the far side. Without that touch, it would be a tap-in for him.
Lovely play between Jeremy Nelson and Jason Wright. A flick around the corner from Nelson to Wright. Wright burst into space and then applied the cross. And Kevin Graham on point to snuff the danger out. In the previous game we saw, Michael Edwards, the dreadlocked number 23 for Limehall, was playing predominantly as a right wing. He's played in the midfield. There are 2 balls on the field.
And the thing about it is that, look at what Limehall player did. Now look at it. He could have played it to the touchline. He played it across the pitch because Molynes was attacking.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you say smart by him. Smart if you're a Limehall player and supporter, because it was easier to play it out of the park, and he played it across the middle in the vision.
Clever,
the view line of the referee. Had to stop the game.
Absolutely.
But they need all the help they can get, Limehall. I mean, both these 2 teams on 2 points. Mind you, if they were to win, big incentive for them, George. They would momentarily, if even temporarily, come out of the drop zone, because that would take them to 5 points, and that would be 2 above Harbourview, who is inactive this week because of their exploit in the Caribbean Club Championship, themselves and Cavalier.
Livingston gets the better of Anderson. Rush on Livingston. Can he find the pass? Oh, it's Kevin Graham once again. He half cleared it, but did well enough to put it skywards, and for his goalkeeper, Jaheim Williams, to do the rest. But let me tell you, Kevin Graham has had 2 or 3 vital interceptions for Limehall so far in this game, the big centre half.
Yeah, there's equal to goals, I tell you. They're both equal to goals, because on both occasions there was a Molynes player waiting to pounce. And if he continues like that, already has put his hand up to say, look, I'm really one of the players to watch for this game.
Poor pass by Limehall, giving the ball away to Livingston. Nelson in front of him, but the pass is too strong. And Nelson flings his head up in frustration. Livingston extends the hand of apology.
So often I see that from players at this level, even at schoolboy level, just to weigh that pass, sometimes just a little bit too excited. And maybe when they play those random short game, or the juggling is very good for players to improve their touches and weight of passes as well.
But it's true also, coach, that the weight of pass, the special players do it easily. Everybody else, it's an effort ball, as we speak about, that Jaheim Williams does very well to keep it in. His captain gave him a mountain to climb.
Weight and direction of pass was bad there.
Here's Nelson from Molynes.
Yeah, but you're right. It's the expert players who really get that right. And that's why they're so good.
The Zidanes, Iniestas, Xavis, Scholes, the Messis. Yeah, the weight of pass is really wrong. Really wrong.
It's something that they have to practice.
And as you said, the drills that improve the touch.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, they could climb to as high as 11th. Where Mobay is on 5 points, depending on the amount of goals that they win by either of these two teams if they were to win today. But Anderson, they need a win.
Oh, Hansen wanted to do the Garnacha there with the volley, with a rather lazy approach, and the lazy approach yielded nothing. Good work on the far side by Sajay Anderson to get that cross in. Has the beating of his man over on that far side, Sajay Anderson, the number 27 for Limehall, but his cross wasn't done justice by his striker. Here's Livingston. Here's a little tank in the midfield for Molynes United, Javon Brown. Back to the man wearing 14, Sir Genie Frankson. And this is Dijon Grant. Forward to Livingston. Needs some help. Comes back now to Gordon, Enrique. Livingston, good interplay.
And that went off for a throw, George, but I just want to comment on that play from Limehall. Campbell came back to assist, and already we've seen some improvement. We've seen some improvement in this Limehall team. They play the 4-3-3, but so often the wing-backs are left exposed.
Hansen bearing down on goal. Hansen, oh, what a poor effort. What a poor effort from Ronaldo Hansen. Was that a shot? Was that a pass? What was that?
Well, I'm going to say to him and help him out here. I saw him looking as if he wanted to open his body up to go for that far post, but there was nothing happening there for him. Now, could have taken more touches too, could have gotten closer. Yeah, look, in the end it turned out to be nothing, but that's what you think you'd want to do. But I think the message didn't come from the brain quick enough, and the body didn't oblige in terms of doing what I think he was thinking.
Yeah, but the touch of a man bereft of confidence, Ronaldo Hansen.
Could have taken more touches to get closer to goal.
Oh yes. Could have worked a shooting angle better for himself.
Yeah, open up. Yeah, could have gone across the goal and had both sides of the goalkeeper to choose from. But yeah, no composure there. And that's something Limehall is going to need. Already big chances for them, but also often we've seen them already this season missing big chances and leaving the game with nothing. They have one of 3 teams yet to win in this Jamaica Premier League, sponsored by Ray and Nephew.
The captain has run far away for Limehall, looking for a pass, goes outside to Campbell. What can Campbell do from here? Puts the cross in. Oh, it beats the goalkeeper. Didn't measure it well, his dive. It's still alive for Limehall. They still attack. Ling off the right boot this time, and it's another high and inaccurate shot by Latroy Ling.
Yeah, it was lower than the one he hit before, but not low enough to trouble Harrison in goal. But Limehall and Molynes a bit concerned with the regularity with which Limehall is getting a look into the eyes of Harrison.
Anderson with the header. Edwards going to it in the midfield. Ellis pops it across to the other Anderson. Well, that's actually Shaquille Kane in the midfield. And one of the 2 Anderson boys loses out in that far side tussle, and it's a Molynes United throw. We're in the 15th minute of a game in which Limehall have shown good intent so far. As Dwight has said, they've come around the sides a couple of times, opened up the Molynes United defense. But you can see it's a shot-shy team. And Hansen just now would really want that chance back. He was unhurried, no pressure. And it wasn't a shot, it wasn't a pass, it was something in between. Not good enough.
And more further away from a shot than anything else.
Here's Grant. Gordon wants it, Gordon gets it. Livingston gets there first, but gives it away. And this is Anderson. Campbell wants it down the side. It wasn't a bad ball, you know, but Campbell was wider than the pass, and then Harrison slices this one behind. Molynes look like a team that is bereft of confidence as a unit. And as exemplified by that, by the wild slice by Peter Harrison behind for a corner.
Well, when you're at the bottom of the table looking up at everyone else, no wins yet so far this season, only scored 4 times, then for sure confidence is going to be very low. And with the new man in charge, Donald Stewart, it would be up to him to try and motivate them for this one. It's going to be external factors to get their confidence up.
6 orange shirts in the box waiting for this. Well, 5 in the box, 1 lurking just outside as Leng swings the corner in, back post, and it's punched away by Harrison. Bailed out by his defense, and here's Jeremy Nelson. Has 2 men forward on the half line. Tries to find Jason Wright. Wright under pressure from Ellis. Nice hold-up play by Wright. And Nelson trying to find Livingston. But back there was Anderson, like a policeman. And the danger snuffed out for Limehole, who can build from the back once again.
Yeah, Molynes, they want to just have a few touches before going forward. Don't want to be too direct, as their coach has set them up in a way. They do have a double pivot, and not showing enough too at times. One of 2 pivots that they have in the middle of the park there, Javon Brown being one, and Andrews the other. Sometimes that prevents them from making those build-up plays through the third before going long.
Enterprising run down that far side by the man wearing 32 for Molynes, Daniel Hardy. But the ball ricocheted off his shin, behind for a goal kick.
But the openness with which this game is being played by both teams, as I said, George, you look at it and both these 2 teams are heavy on their conceding. Limehall 11 goals conceded so far, Molynes 14. But it's the goal scoring part that you feel that both these 2 teams are not well equipped to take advantage of each other's inability to defend properly.
Yes, sir. Campbell can't get it around Gordon. Gordon finds Wright. Sewell to him quickly. Right around the corner, sends Livingston running. 2 men waiting to his left. And look who's there again. Kevin Graham tracking the run of Jeremy Nelson behind for a corner.
And every time that ball comes in for Molynes, it's because they manage to get either a 1v1 situation or numbers up 2v1 and play that give and go. On that play just now, the attacking wide player in Campbell was well high, still high now, and was not looking to run back, nor was someone from the middle to come out to try and protect him. And then he would have had to make that recovery run inside. So Limehall have to be concentrated here in terms of preventing. You did mention it, George, that the wide plays are going to be critical for both these 2 teams.
So, as usual, every team does this. 5 men in the box waiting for the corner, 1 lurking just outside the D. Brown can't beat the first man at the first post, not the best corner. But Molynes have not really clean. Oh, what a shot on the volley. That was met with a wicked strike by the man wearing number 20. That was Johnny Flemings. Wasn't too well, not too far away, but far nonetheless. That was a good effort.
Very good effort from them. And again for Limehall, a lot of teams, they concentrate on the set play, but the second phase after that set play, a lot of times are not well ready for it. And that occasion, it was Molynes who was ready for that second phase. And that was a wicked shot. I mean, not rising, just was on a level there, but was above goal. And yeah, should have been, if that was on target, I think, Williams struggled.
Yeah. There have been some sweet left footers in this Jamaica Premier League, or in the Premier League in Jamaica over the years. I know many people will tell you that Jermaine Hugh, the former Harbourview Wizard, has the sweetest left foot. I think you'd be hard pressed to find one better than that, but I tell you,
in this league. No, I tell you what.
The former, well, I'm talking about all time.
Okay.
The former SEBA captain, Hector Wright. Oh my goodness. Oh my. That was a left foot.
We've heard about that a lot. And even back then, there was a Shane Crawford at Village United.
Yes.
National player, left foot that, was a beautiful left foot when he really pulls it back and let fly. But in this Premier League, this current league,
I know who you're going to say.
Kimoni Bailey, yeah.
The Mount Pleasant man who we should see later.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lime Hall building wide on the right. They've had some justice there because Brown has had a beating of his defenders. Ellis had to scramble, get his back to his captain, Sewell. Wide to Brown. Edwards. Is that a quiet game so far, Michael Edwards? Shakes his marker for the time being. Anderson loses out. Here's Jason Wright. Has Hardy to his left. Asks a lot of Hardy. That wasn't a good pass at all, and he kicks it into touch, and Wright is frustrated with himself, and Jeremy Nelson is frustrated with Wright, and I'm frustrated with Wright.
I'd be frustrated as well as a coach on the sideline, because you want to get the ball into the space that the player is wanting, not the one that he occupies, and that's what Wright was doing just now.
And that was a pass that should have been played on the floor.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that took him away from goal and, well, took the ball out of play for a throw-in to Lime Hall. That's how bad the pass was.
Not many fouls in this game so far, and when the players are in possession, everybody has a lot of time. So it's not as if the players are rushing to close down people, perhaps indicative of the toughness of the conditions with the sun out in all its glory.
And probably the reason why these two teams have conceded so much goals already.
Yes, coach. Sewell. Nobody closing him now. Look at him. The Lime Hall captain has all day to make his mind up. This is Williams.
It's a medium press from Molynes. They're just giving up the defensive third to Lime Hall, and then look to engage them as they come closer and then force a bad pass. So they want to be compact. Much of what you were talking about, George, of them people having time on the ball, maybe just adjusting a little bit to be a bit more compact. No matter what style you play or what defensive philosophies you have, a principle of being compact is a part of any defensive style.
Water break ordered by the referee, is it?
Yeah.
Or is he sending for the medic? Yeah, water break in the 23rd minute. And you made a point just now, Dwight, and I've been trying to tell people, and there's almost some resistance, but as a coach and as a very good coach yourself, you would know that when people talk about formations in football and they say a team plays 4-3-3, I've been telling people, well, 4-3-3 is really the defensive shape that you should hold. Is not necessarily attacking. So when you saw Lime Hall with the ball and you said Molynes was applying the medium press, the formation that they give us, whether it's 4-5-1 or whatever it is, that's what they break into when they're defending from that position. So when the teams are starting the game and you say, oh, this team is playing 4-3-3 or 4-4-2, it's really the defensive shape that indicates that the team will hold, not necessarily how they are when they're attacking.
No, not necessarily how they are when they're attacking. In fact, I could go a little bit further and tell you that could just be a guide, and the defensive shape and attacking shape may be different from what you see. And what you see with a 4-3-3 at times, you will definitely see them looking like 5 in attack. So at times they can be a 2-3-5 coming out of that 4-3-3, and then in defense it could be a 4-1-4-1 as well. So what you see them listing on the team sheet is just a guide as how they will set up, but they'll break into different formation, attacking and defending.
The outstanding player in the game so far has been Kevin Graham, the big centre half for Lime Hall Community Club. Has been responsible for some vital clearances. This is Livingston, who has been lively down this right hand side. The cross comes in, and look at Graham, because Jason Wright was waiting to pounce. And but for Graham, he would have been in on goal. Then Livingston freed again by Wright. And the cross, and look who gets there. Jason Wright. Well, Jeremy Nelson didn't get there because Kevin Graham got there before him. And he's saying a lot to his players. He's a leader in this team, and he knows he has the experience, he has the know-how And he looks like a rough character. He's a nice guy. I can tell. I really like. I have a lot of time for Kevin Graham, as you can tell by my commentary, and he's playing well for his team this afternoon.
And you have the nickname for him that he goes by as well.
Coolly humble.
Coolly humble. So that makes him a nice guy. But on the park, not so humble at all. I mean, he's really one that loves the physics. He doesn't shy away from the physical side of the game, and a type of defender that you would want in your defensive unit any day.
So based on what you've seen over the first 22 plus minutes, Coach, Limehall looked to be getting joy down the flanks, both sides. Not so much Carlos Campbell's side on the left, but over on the right where Anderson is and has been beating his man with regularity. But it's just up front, Limehall are lacking that confident goal-getter who can get a chance and finish a chance. While Molynes have been, there's been interplay between or among Jason Wright, Jeremy Nelson and Rashawn Livingston, but they haven't managed to find a shot from inside the box just yet.
Yeah, both really have enjoyed down the same flank for themselves in terms of down the right side for Molynes and also down the right side for Limehall. So yeah, it's about the finishing. Well, Molynes, they really have not had a clear-cut chance because of Graham, but Limehall, they have had look-ins that you feel they should have been leading this contest already.
Hansen plays it to Campbell, who finds himself deep. Edwards. Oh, Leng just got there ahead of Dejon Grant.
Very lucky there, you felt, Leng, because he was looking to back away rather than come in before the ball and putting his body in between man and ball. But in the end, the outstretched leg was there in time to be clipped.
Looks as if they've switched flanks, Carlos Campbell and Sajay Anderson in the water break. Well, Carlos Campbell now at centre forward, Sajay Anderson in the left wing position. He's running back to track Rashawn Livingston's run. And Livingston asked a lot by Jeremy Nelson. Keeps it in very well. Rashawn Livingston a lot of speed. Wright's flick. Can't find Hardy. And it's a bad pass forward intended for Hardy once again. Goal kick to Limehall.
Yeah, we just saw, as you were talking about the shave, it was a 3-2-5 just now for Molynes in their attack. They had all players represented in the 5 vertical zone in the attack just now, wide and half space on both sides and through the middle.
Oh, lovely flick to Carlos Campbell. Is he onside? Yes, he is. Grant running with him. Campbell bursting into the box. Still Campbell. And Dejon Grant shadows him all the way. Campbell just didn't have the burst of pace to get away from Dejon Grant, who was tracking him and was on the right side, on the inside. And then Peter Harrison came across to present himself as a barrier. And together they clean it up for Molynes United.
Yeah, so often we give attackers, we come down hard on them to say that they should have done better with a chance. That was really good defending from Grant. He really didn't, find defenders diving in there trying to win the ball. He wasn't so concerned with winning the ball, just more so concerned with sending Campbell along the corridor he was already on.
Livingston over to Jason Wright. Sewell gets his frame in the way. They're appealing for handball, but it more likely came off his chest. The big chest of the man is Sewell, and is behind for a corner.
That would have probably been nervous moments for Limehall. They know that they don't get the right decision sometimes with the handballs going for them or against them. Let's have a look here. No, that was on the sleeve.
And even so, at that quarter, you'd be hard pressed for a referee to give that as a handball. It was so close to him. Headed away by Latroy Leng. Campbell sprints back together for Limehall and looks to start the counter-attack.
Yeah, the runners were slow in coming out.
Anderson goes crossfield, trying to hit. Oh, it's a bad pass.
Another Hansen he was trying to hit, yeah.
But the wind didn't help Hansen at all. Lifted the ball out of play. So we're into the 29th minute of a game that hasn't really sparked into life. Not much quality out there. The players are trying. Limehall have created the opportunities where they could have hurt Peter Harrison. But they just don't have the quality up front, not just yet. But they're trying, the home team. Here's Hardy. Nice pass to Jeremy Nelson. What does he do, Jeremy Nelson? Oh, plays it back to Hardy. Hardy in the box. Can he find a pass? Oh, it's blocked away by Jaheim Williams with the feet. Ball flung back in and off the thigh of Kevin Graham. More off the midriff as Molynes attack. Here's Gordon to Nelson, to right. Who's there again? Kevin Graham with the clearance.
Yeah, and he needs some attention because probably had a hit in the midrib. But yeah, it was a good chance for Molynes. I'm not quite sure if the ball could have been put across goal into the path of Livingston. The pathway might have been blocked, but if we get a chance to look at it again, it was an attempt at goal, not to try and get it across goal just now. Let's just have a look here. Once he got down to this, whether or not he could have come across to Livingston, maybe an earlier pass as he got it into his first touch to go across goal. At that time, maybe the pathway was open, but was slammed shut once he took the first touch and the defenders were retreating to get in line with the ball. And it was always going to be difficult to beat Williams from that angle at his near post.
So the first time Molynes have really asked a question of Jaheim Williams in goal, and he answers with both feet. The Google Play Store and the App Store is where you can go to download the SportsMax app today for the best in schoolboy football and Champions League and CONCACAF competitions and UEFA competitions, SportsMax Zone and all the good stuff. The instruction from the sideline from Donald Stewart, the Molynes coach, is to move the ball. And the ball is moved to Livingston. Jeremy Nelson with the man is Sewell. Quickly over there, and it's a foul on the play. And Sewell having words with the assistant referee on this near side. But he could talk all he wants. It's a free kick. That's taken quickly. Jeremy Nelson goes down under the challenge. Ellis grabbed him for a moment, but the referee beckons him to get to his feet. No foul there. Here's Leng driving through the middle. He overruns it and went in with the studs. What will the referee do here?
I think the first decision not to give Nelson the free kick was the correct one. I'd want to see this one that he has called for the free kick with. Not quite sure it warrants a yellow card. At first I felt it was just a strong challenge and it was all
I think he went in with the studs.
Let's see here. Yeah. Probably could have been a yellow.
Yep.
On second look, yeah.
Overran it and look at him. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yep. Leng.
Situation like that, you'd want your player to go with the side foot just hard with it to try to toe that off. If you're going, you're going hard. But yeah, that's a free kick. Jeremy Nelson still at the referee.
Yeah, he was looking for the foul, Jeremy Nelson. And
there was not a lot doing there.
No, as soon as he felt hands on him, he collapsed in a heap. The referee said, get to your feet, young man. You're a tall, strong man. That's not enough to cause you to fall. Meanwhile, under the hot sun, this is Nelson. Look at this, Ellis. Nah, he didn't even get to grab him. the hold was just beginning to form.
When he went below the hole very quickly.
Like a bag of onions off a truck at Coronation Market at 5 a.m. on Saturday morning, Jeremy Nelson collapsed.
Sounds like you were doing duties at that place so early, George.
Market research.
That's a quick one. market
research at the market.
I work with that one.
This looks bad. I felt it was bad, and he really ought to have been a booking coach.
Yeah, that's what I said when I looked at it the second time.
I thought he led with the studs, and the replays confirmed that.
Some of these studs, they do have some metal ends to them, so it can be quite painful on the bony part of the foot. And tell you, these footwears don't have a lot of protection on top.
Yeah, our producer going to show us again, Dwight, and you'll see it was a bad tackle. And the only thing probably the referee is saying, well, he didn't go high, but he did expose the studs. And you'll see right here, look at this. Oh, that's bad. That's a card.
And
That's
I
a
think,
booking.
and I think when you look at it even again, George, the ankle slightly rolled somewhat.
It did.
Force
It did
push
roll.
it back. Yeah,
It did roll.
Yeah, it did.
Yep.
So I think that's where the bulk of the issue is possibly now. The contact I think they would have preferred if it was the impact that was the main issue. But with the rolling of the ankle, that is even more serious and always going to be difficult when you hyperextend somewhat. It's difficult and it takes some time to come back.
Well, his day is done, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're having a player getting ready is Molynes.
Stevie Reid
Yeah.
looks as if he's going to come in soon. And okay. So an injury-enforced change for Molynes United being made in the 35th minute. Unfortunate.
And the fact that no card was issued is even making it worse. But yeah, that's where there's no cards issued, and that's when you look at it again, definitely needed. And I think it's the player he's crying as well on the stretcher, and the ankle heavily wrapped.
Which was heavily strapped before before the injury.
Yeah, but they're pointing to it. It is the rolling of it that really causing the problem here. And I can tell you, George, I mean, you play the sport as well. It takes a long time for those sprained ankles to come back. You have to both treat and strengthen at the same time.
Yeah, ligament damage is a stubborn thing to...
It is one of the weakest joints, or one of the joints not so well protected.
For the moment, Molynes down to 10. Here's Jason Wright to Livingston. Can't get there because Anderson is doing his job well and just knocked it outside for a throw. Good build-up play by Molynes, even though they are short-handed.
Yeah, they want to get back to level peggings in terms of numbers on the park. So Steve Reid is waiting his turn to go on, waiting on the fourth official, Carvel Banton, and the referee now will allow him.
We can tell them that he hasn't left. Number 20 comes out for Molynes. That's the man who got the injury, Johnny Flemings. He hasn't left the stretcher yet, and they're walking away with him almost as if they're taking him to the medical center. And Steve Reid comes in to replace him, Flemings. And it's rare you see a player take the stretcher ride and then stay on the stretcher. And he hasn't left the stretcher since being placed on it on the field. And now the Molynes staff walking away with him on the stretcher to seek better medical attention at this time for that foot injury. Here's Jeremy Nelson, and you could see what he was trying to do, the bouncing ball, but he sort of snatched at it in the end, and it was harmless.
Yeah, it was always running away for him, so couldn't really wrap his foot around it to get on it. So yeah, for Fleming, we wish him all the best, but it seems he would want some painkillers at the moment. And they've taken him to the ambulance. So
yeah, the ambulance stretcher is out. They're going to take him to hospital, maybe for an x-ray.
Yeah, to see. But he is in a lot of pain.
All right. Lime Hall have us playing again. Sewell near side. Anderson now. Had a lot of joy on the right flank. Hasn't had any joy since switching to this left flank. And the Lime Hall will have to build again. In the afternoon sun here at Drox Hall in St. Anne. The game kicked off under cool conditions because the sun was hidden. But no sooner had the referee blown the whistle for the start than the sun came back raging with vengeance and has been with us ever since. Graham, wasn't the best pass from him. It went out into touch for a throw.
You and the sun has something going, George. It seems like SportsMax, they beam to outer space as well, because every time you mention the sun, it seems to respond.
Here's Enrique Gordon under pressure from Hansen. Gets away from Hansen though. Nifty footwork from Gordon. Finds Nelson to Rashawn Livingston, who outsprints Anderson. Needs some help, Livingston. Inside to Nelson once again. Not the best first touch, but what can Wright do off the chest? And Kevin Graham there. Oh, Enrique Gordon off the left foot. He was falling away as he struck it. The Molynes bench frustrated at that chance going and begging. But he was off balance, Enrique Gordon, and really couldn't steer that shot goalwards.
And for a moment there, Lymore was out there, talismanic defender, because he was on the turf and was just praying and hoping, see him wanting to get up, just looking. Yeah. And then just flashing wide, Gordon.
We previewed Rashawn Livingston as the danger man for Molynes, and he's been proving a handful for the Lime Hall defenders. They can't live with his pace, and he's an intelligent runner.
And when they do get cover for the left back, then yeah, they will have better help. And it's Campbell who normally comes back to assist. But when it's 1v1, Livingston will have the advantage.
Javon Brown gets his frame in the way and helps to snuff out the danger for Molynes. Here he is, a little tank, Javon Brown. This is Frankson. And Frankson wins the goal kick in the 40th minute.
And just 5 minutes or so to go to the halftime break. I think both these teams would be, you normally ask George, coming to this stage, which of the coaches would be more pleased. I think both of them would be disappointed because both have had good chances. More so Lime Hall, you feel. They're at home. And for Molynes, maybe a little bit more because they've played one game more and they're at the bottom of the table.
Brown exchanging passes with Hardy, trying to pick Livingston out. Oh, he steals away from Anderson. It's shot by Jason Wright. Just drifts wide, and Sewell is unhappy with his defenders.
I think it took a deflection, that shot from Wright.
Yes, it did. It's a corner kick.
But I felt, let's look at the Livingston attempt first. Could he have gone with the head? He's trying to put the foot up. But might have been, a defender was in there as well. I thought at the first glance that he could have, but it was difficult.
Molynes finishing the half stronger, and look at that from Rashawn Livingston. One of those moments where the commentator can't describe what happened.
Let the picture tell the story.
Yeah. Let's leave it there. Oh boy. So Molynes finishing the half stronger, Dwight.
Yes.
And ever since the water break, Molynes have been on top.
And that happens a lot of times in the sport where we see a break. I was doing the game of Harnett against Waterhouse, and Waterhouse started so well. And then Edwards in goal just went down, decided that he wanted to change a boot. I guess it was to stem the tide. And directly after that, it was Harnett, and they scored, and they won the game 1-0. So, same thing in cricket. They often say a wicket will fall after a break, a drinks break.
Yep, and you're a cricket man, so we work with your account. Nelson has been
a sport man, to be exact.
Of course, you're a sport man. But because you mentioned cricket, I just said cricket. Because if you mention track and field again, I'll say you're a track and field man. Okay. If you mention dice, I'll say you're a dice man. Although dice is not a sport.
I'll leave that to Jenny.
There you go.
You'll see later.
Frankson forward to Livingston, but it was a bad touch actually. That pass was played by Taraj Andrews. Meanwhile, Campbell can't get to this one because Harrison boots it forward. Here's Harrison, told to keep by his coach, but Edwards steals in for Lime Hall. Campbell was offside, came back from an offside position and interfered with play. Nelson turns Sewell. The referee says no foul.
And Nelson will feel aggrieved. He'll think now that referee Anderson has something against him. First one, he didn't have a case. This one looks a little bit more like a better case for him. Not saying he is right. Jay Duhaney, the assistant on this side, did not indicate to referee Anderson that there was a need to stop the game for Nelson.
Such a versatile player, though, Jeremy Nelson. Can play in multiple positions and be effective.
Seen him playing the last time out for Molynes at centre-back.
Yep. Livingston trying to find him, but look at Sewell. These two, as I've noted, have had a battle royal. Sewell has had the better of the exchanges so far, and it will remain so as long as Molynes don't score. Here's Nelson working alongside against Anderson this time. Gordon. Off the face of Hansen. The referee said handball. That was at close range, though, but it may have hit the hand and then struck the face.
Yeah, it did hit the hand. I'm not sure it hit the face and then it went up. But it was close. Clearly hit the hand. The only argument a defender could have is that it was close. Let's have a look here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hand. I thought he hit the face. It's pure hand.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't hit with a lot of pace, so not that it came at him very quickly.
You'd expect a strike at goal from this range. 44th minute. And it's been a bit of a grind this first half.
If it's going to go at goal, you feel it favours probably, well, the right footer is lining up over it, but probably at the angle if the left footer could curl it to the far post.
So Brown and Nelson standing over it. Right there, Hardy has been instructed to leave the scene by his captain, who leaves the scene with him. And he's a two-man council of Jeremy Nelson and Javon Brown to work out what they're going to do with this free kick.
Well, they have sometimes 4 minutes expected to be added on at the end of this first half for the injury and the water break.
Looks as if Brown will take it. Javon Brown goes for goal. And on target, but didn't get any power.
No power, but I did say it favoured the left foot strike from that angle, and it was the left footer that went with it. Just didn't have the pace. And there you see confirmation by fourth official Carvel Banton that 4 minutes will be added on to this first half.
Ellis for Limehall. Wide to... Here's Anderson now. Brown back to shadow him. Franks. Andrews. Reed fires it out to Hardy. It's turned over. Hansen to Campbell for Limehall. Hansen back to Campbell. Oh, he's fouled by Frankson. Both feet swept away.
Literally swept.
And Campbell wants the card. Mr. Ref, want to hear that?
It's close to the season, but he's not. He's keeping his cards close to referee Anderson. And Campbell not so difficult to be swept off his feet.
Nah, a gust of wind could do that. Yeah?
And I should know, George.
You should know, Dwight. You should know. You both have the same dietitian. Limehall scored from a free kick against Cavalier, which Latroy.
That's a beautiful shot, George.
Oh yes, fantastic shot. Fantastic, the shot of the day. Yes. Meanwhile, Latroy Leng, free kick onto the head of Kevin Graham. That's how they scored their last goal in their last game, Limehall. Last game here at the Draxall Sports Complex. Can they repeat the trick? Leng drops it in, he goes long, and it's a disappointing effort. Very, very ordinary from Latroy Leng, who kicks it into touch.
Yeah, his shot on goal too was very disappointing early in the game when he had a glorious chance to put Limehall ahead, and that delivery not matching the one George mentioned a couple of weeks ago here, where almost from the exact blade of grass he served up a beautiful ball into the box for Graham to get onto the end of it. Earned him a point against Cavalier.
Nelson and Sewell again, they continue their battle. Nelson goes down. And Nelson wants to retaliate against Sewell. He's upset at how many fouls he believes Sewell is getting away with against him. The referee tells him to cool it. Nelson is a frustrated man. Sewell has him in his pocket for the moment.
Yeah, and he just needs to calm down because he doesn't want to take up a silly card, because he did attempt to raise the elbow when he thought it wasn't coming. The call came belatedly, but a player of his experience will know that you want to go to the limit, but just to the limit, not over it. He's an important player for Molynes.
Here he is once again. The flick could have held it, Jeremy Nelson. Hansen. This is Andrews for Molynes. To Brown. Man down for Limehall, looks to be Ronaldo Hansen. Referee sees him and calls a halt to proceedings and peeps at his watch.
Yeah, because he knows he has already indicated or sanctioned 4 minutes. Recognizing, was just looking if it was close to the 4 minutes that he could have just called a half or bring it to a close. But I think he's a few minutes away, or a couple of minutes away from that. Or a minute or so.
Hansen looks to be having some problems with the left hip.
Yeah, he went up for the header, went and did get the better of two Molynes players, but his fall didn't break his fall well, and I think it was an awkward one for him. Hit the ground hard. But you expect the stands to fill up much more later on when the big match between Mount Pleasant and Waterhouse, first against sixth.
And just forward to Jason Wright as we're back to live action. Graham gets the better of him. Half-time signaled by referee Kessler Anderson. And at the half-time break, it's 0-0 between Molynes and Limehall. Tough conditions here at the Draxall Sports Complex. Hot down there on the park. But the action not matching the reading on the Kelvin. And it's a stalemate at this point in the game. We break. When we come back, we'll have some half-time highlights for you.
This is Island Car Rentals. We're an international award-winning Jamaican company, and we know just how to make your travel experience memorable. Whether you're going somewhere as an individual or a group, we'll take you there in comfort, in style, anywhere. For car rentals, chauffeur services, airport transfers, or your very own customized tours, whatever the reason, business or leisure, we're just a call away. Let Island Car Rentals be your travel partner, because Island people take better care of you.
The light bill is high again. There must be something I can do about this. I remember seeing something on Instagram. Was it Connex? Let me check. Wait, Connex does solar pool pumps too? Hi, I saw an ad on Instagram about a solar pool pump and I'm interested. You'll send someone today? Perfect.
Go green with Connex.
Ray and Never, feel we culture. Yo!
New beginning, we winning, so share our spirit where you living, yeah.
Share it.
I make we all a one par, you don't know we come from far.
From far, anytime we rep, feel we country. Rear rum, it have to come with we.
No matter with the bad vibes.
Poor rear rum, a celebration time.
I feel we culture. Make we show ya Jamaica the culture.
Ray and Nephew overproof, and we just a do it to the culture.
Drink responsibly.
Welcome back to sunny Draxall in St. Anne, the Garden Parish. And it's a lovely day for football. It's Molynes up against Limehall, and it's locked at 0-0 after 45 minutes. These two cellar dwellers going head to head. And referee Anderson got us on the way here. And Livingston started brightly and continued and served up a beautiful chance for Jason Wright to take the lead for Molynes. Didn't oblige, blazed over. It was Limehall's turn, and it was Leng in the middle. 1 bad touch, 2 bad touch, 3 bad touches, and then the 4th one was worse than the first 3. Had a lot of space to work with, such that he could have executed so much. And then that, I'm not quite sure what was. It was a shot or a pass. In the end, it turned out to be a goal kick, and it was Molynes who was pressing a shot. He met that one. Sweet was Fleming. He departed later from an injury, but that was a sweet shot from him. Jason Wright again took it down. Then it fell to Limehall for Molynes again. Enrique Gordon blazing wide. A free kick there, and Jason Wright couldn't do much with it. And that one went into the palms of Williams, who graciously accepted that one. It's Molynes with the bulk of the shots. 7, only 2 on target. Limehall yet to get a shot on target, but those 3 chances were big chances for them. 7 fouls in this game, 4 for Limehall, and 1 offside for Limehall. No yellow or red cards issued yet, and 3 corners for Molynes, just 1 for Limehall. 52% of the possession goes to Limehall, but these 2 cellar dwellers are locked at 0-0. And we have Janae somewhere in the stands with this spirited Rare Nephew fan.
Here with Seymour, we're at the halftime break. This is the Ray fan spirit. Seymour, we were watching the match a while ago, we're holding our reasoning. Talk to me about Limehall and Molynes United.
To be honest, I think the Limehall side is playing a little bit flat.
Yes.
But they are the potential to go over the line with a victory.
You talk about Limehall's potential, but we are seeing Molynes create chances and almost as if the goal is coming sometime soon. What do you say?
Yes, it is a possibility that a goal will be coming on soon, but I wouldn't mind, and I'm praying and I hope that the Limehall can go over the line.
Well, you talk about Limehall. I know there's some link or association to Mount Pleasant. You are a Mount Pleasant fan, right? Talk to me. Is it Mount Pleasant or Limehall?
To be honest, I don't want to. I have to support the 2 sides because they are from St. Anne. I'm from St. Anne, so I have to support the 2 sides.
And I know you are urging me or saying, Janae, I want to talk to you about the next match. Give us a little sneak peek into what we can expect from Mount Pleasant.
You see, to be honest, I have to say thanks to the manager and the person that opens the Mount Pleasant team.
Yes.
I have to be thankful for that because they have bring something to the St. Anne community that a lot of persons come here and did not bring to the table.
Well, let's see what we will see in the second half and in the second match for today. Don't move a beat. No move a beat. Your home of champions has you covered. We'll be back after the break.
Turn your passion into winnings with JustBet. Watch your favorite international leagues and tournaments and get in the game with JustBet. We have the best odds on over 100 sports: football, basketball, boxing, rugby, motorsports, even virtual matches. Register on the JustBet mobile platform, mobile.justbetja.com, or visit one of our over 100 JustBet locations island-wide. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and win big with JustBet.
Sometimes in life, we have to stay on the move to make a living. Deal with running out of cash, forgotten wallets, sharing for your team wherever you are, and staying safe. But life is better with Link, the quick, safe, and easy way to pay. No cash, no bank cards, no problem. No matter who you are, where you are, or what you do, Link fit everybody.
This is Island Car Rentals. We're an international award-winning Jamaican company, and we know just how to make your travel experience memorable. Whether you're going somewhere as an individual or a group, we'll take you there in comfort, in style, anywhere. For car rentals, chauffeur services, airport transfers, or your very own customized tours, whatever the reason, business or leisure, we're just a call away. Let Island Car Rentals be your travel partner, because Island people take better care of you.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
Textbook free kick from Stuart Armstrong.
This season, it's all about the celebration, the laughter, the fight, and of course, the game. Watch English Football Championship, League One, and League Two on your home of champions. Catch every game. Watch on the SportsMax app.
On the first day of Christmas, SportsMax gave to me more ways to watch, play, and win on the go. Be the first to race to 200 hours of streaming in the 200 Dash. Spend this Christmas with SportsMax, and you could win a Samsung S23 Plus. All you have to do is download the SportsMax app, watch your favorite content, and win. 12 days of fun, 12 days of prizes, 12 days of Christmas. December 13 to 24, the SportsMax app is your Santa. So don't be a Grinch. Download the SportsMax app today. Terms and conditions apply. Visit the SportsMax app, social media, and website for more details.
The best clubs in Europe pursue this dream every season. And every action and reaction we have live. The UEFA Champions League on SportsMax, SportsMax 2, and the SportsMax app all season long.
Well, the JPL continues on SportsMax, 3:30 p.m., 4:30 p.m. in the Eastern Caribbean. Mount Pleasant against Waterhouse. That's the feature match. It's going to be packed here inside the Draxall Sports Complex by the time the referee sends this game forward. And then on Monday, Arnett Gardens against Veer, Casafa against Clarendon, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time on SportsMax 2. And that's the game that will foreshadow Tivoli Gardens against Treasure Beach, 7:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m. outside Jamaica, also on SportsMax 2. Well, Dwight Jeremiah spoke about two suns earlier, and I can tell you it's as if there are two suns here at Draxall Sports Complex. It is really hot. and the players. The game slowed appreciably approaching the half-time interval, and one suspects that they're going to find the first 15 or so minutes of the second half tough. Maybe as we go beyond the 20-minute mark in the second half, the conditions will become a little bit more comfortable. But even as we talk about the weather, Dwight, you get the sense that Molynes are the team likelier to find the back of the net in this game.
For more reasons than one. I mean, they're pretty much, you could see repeated action as to what they want to do. Limehouse chances, they do come, but it's not from repeat actions that you could say you see a pattern, a trend of this is what they're trying to do. From Molynes, yes, they want to play 1, 2 passes, 3 passes deep. Then they go to the outlet, which is predominantly Livingston, and then he looks to get 1v1 and creates chances for Jason Wright or Jeremy Nelson and Hardin, who's approaching on the far side. They do have accomplished finishers in the likes of Wright, Nelson as well, who could get onto the score sheet, even Livingston himself. So they do have in their ranks players that have been proven in the past to be able to get on the score sheet. That has been the Achilles heels for, tendons for Limehall, just not being able to put their chances away, and in that they don't have a recognized goal scorer to take their chances, and that could be their downfall again today. So you're right, George, on the evidence of those things, you feel Molynes is better placed to walk away with maximum points today.
Yeah, you felt that if it were Jeremy Nelson or Jason Wright who got the chance that Hansen got for Limehall in that first half, they would have buried it, or at least caused the keeper to press the keeper into action. Hansen, a very, very poor attempt, and you just believe that there are some guys in the Molynes United team, Livingston is one of them as well, who know how to find the back of the net from an advantageous situation, and perhaps that will give Molynes the confidence that they need to just keep the repetition going, the repeating the actions that Coach Wright spoke about. Well, Coach... I'm saying, no. I'm calling you Dwight Wright. Well,
I'm right. I'm most often right.
Right? Yeah. But that's what you need to go forward. Molynes United will think that, look, 3 points are here for the taking. There's a substitution being made. Number 11 is coming in for Limehall. Number 11,
Tyreek McCullough.
Yeah, Tyreek McCullough is coming in, and number 7 is also coming in. Jahid Hansen. So one Hansen is being withdrawn, or has been withdrawn, and the brother is coming in. So number 7 is in, Jahid Hansen, and number 11, Tyreek McCullough. Well, McCullough's put back on his training top, so it was an error. They wanted to put in number 7 instead of number 11. So Jahid Hansen is coming in, and he's joining his brother on the park. I thought that Ronaldo Hansen was leaving us, but no, he's still there.
Maybe they need some telepathic connection here, Limehall, because yes, they...
Number 23 has come out, and that is Michael Edwards. But Michael Edwards is still on the field. So I don't understand. His number came up as the man who was withdrawn, but he's still there. Let's see if we get 12 men in well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, there are 11 men out there for Limehall. But Michael Edwards, who was indicated as the man substituted, is actually out there. So we're going to find the substitute for you in short order, since the 4th official couldn't. Hard tackle in the midfield by Andrews. The ball goes wide. Maybe one of the Anderson boys who've been taken out. There were 2 Andersons out there, Sajay and Tajay, 22 and 27. I'm looking if I see both of them. I see 1 Anderson. I'm not seeing 2 Andersons. So it may be the... Yeah, so 22. Tajay Anderson has been removed, yeah. So one of the Anderson boys has been removed. And, yeah. That's the change for Limehall. Sewell asked to defend. Does it easily. Here's Ellis. Oh, lucky. Livingston blocked his pass. So now Sajay Anderson to his captain Sewell. Slow start to the second half. Campbell gives it away.
Just looking to be a little bit more patient in their build-up. We're trying to go through the thirds. For the most part, Molynes, they've allowed them the defensive third, and that's good for Molynes, because as a team you have to choose the moment to press, and there are triggers to press. Whether you pass to a player that you know is weak, or that back pass, then those are triggers to press. And obviously Molynes saw one of their triggers and they went on the press and turned it over.
Oh, intervention there. Acrobatic by Rashawn Livingston. Got a foot to it, got a boot to it, but not quite goalwards, and Jaheim Williams was there anyway.
And that's maybe something you talk about earlier in terms of people like Livingston. That wasn't a chance. He pretty much made it into one. Given a better chance, you expect him to put it away.
Here's Sewell at the back for Limehall, the captain. Wide to Anderson. Edwards can't flick it forward, gives it away, and now here's Jeremy Nelson from Molynes. Forward to Jason Wright, but he was bumped by Sewell, or by Kevin Graham rather, and the referee says free kick.
It was good defensive work there from Graham. Had to use the body check there, because had he allowed Wright to take it on his chest, and he would have been behind Wright, and Wright would have been in between him and the ball, and that would have proved a difficult task to recover. Let's have a look here. Yeah, just a nudge to Wright, because he was already behind Wright. Didn't want him to take it on the chest and then go away from him. A right foot shot would have been unleashed. But we saw them in their defensive shape just now, a 4-1-4-1 shape for Molynes, and breaking out of their 4-2-3-1. Just having one of those defensive midfielders stepping up into that second line of four and waiting for the right moment to press. And because of the condition, George, maybe that's why they're not the incessant pressure from them, just waiting for the moments to press.
Frankson lining up this free kick. Well, no, actually it's Tajay Andrews lining up the free kick, and he goes directly for goal, comfortably into the arms of Jaheim Williams between the sticks for Limehall.
Yeah, it's something you expect your goalkeeper to gather, and he did that well, Williams.
Jaheim Anderson wears number 7, but in the mold of the great number 7s of world football, well, that wasn't in the mold of the great number 7s of world football. Couldn't control that ball. You'd expect someone at this level to be able to do so, but he may say the sun was in his eye. Shaquille Kane got hit in the face, tangled with Hardy just now, and the Hardy boy is tough. And Kane down for the count for the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we got the t-shirts, the caps, the bat, the buttons, the umbrellas, and the earrings.
Donald Stewart doing a lot of coaching beneath us, beneath our commentary position, to be precise.
And you think, yeah, a lot of times you say coaches on the side and don't want to coach too much, you want to do it at home, but he's just been elevated to the top job at Molynes. Yeah, so he's going to have to do everything possible to get his team over the line. When you're in the position that Molynes is in, at the bottom of the table, looking up at every other team, you don't have any boundaries as to what you want to in terms of your coaching on the day.
Williams floating it out, trying to find Hansen. Lovely take by Javon Brown. Frankson forward, looking for Wright. Kevin Graham, the big forehead into it. Good first touch by Edwards, but he loses out to Hardy. Hardy forward to Wright. Wright to Nelson. Oh, it was just behind him.
It's also good that that attack broke down, because I felt for a moment Edwards was fouled, was held back.
Right, forward to Nelson. And he was taken out as he made the pass. Jason Wright. Haven't seen the referee flash a card just yet. It was Kevin Graham again, the aggressor.
And yeah, the attitude of the referee will suit him, so he could get away with plays like those. Didn't make any attempt to play the ball, so that would it was side on, yes, but didn't make any attempt to play the ball, so yeah, it was bordering on that yellow card. Nelson was saying that maybe the advantage could have been played, but you know, give referee Anderson credit.
Floated forward by Gordon Livingston. The goalkeeper rather, got there, and
might have been touched by Livingston.
Yeah, got a kick. Yeah, from Livingston. Inadvertent.
Yeah, you can't fault him for going for it. He had to go for it, Livingston. it was his ball, but yeah. And you could see an effort to try and pull out at the end from Livingston. Let's look here. Yeah, just after he realized he wasn't getting to the ball, you see a pulling back of the foot, the leg, but had already made contact.
Shot off the supporters here gathering. Don't know which team they're supporting. They're in the Jamaica colours.
Well, they do have yellow in their kit, so not sure. But so too, to some extent, I think.
Well, to a large extent, yeah, and Limehall have yellow in their badge. Wow. So, yep.
Well, they're here supporting football.
They're here supporting football, my friend. So wherever you are watching us, this is the Jamaica Premier League, sponsored by Ray and Nephew. Raking pass, trying to find Hansen. Here's Franks once again for Molynes. Peter Harrison's ball looking for Rashawn Livingston. Gets the run off hand of Anderson and had him under pressure. Anderson had to whip it out for a throw.
Good recovery from Anderson when the ball was in flight. He was looking to judge the trajectory, was looking second best, but did get himself.
Hardy gets the header. Nelson. And look at Sewell overpowering him. Still alive for Molynes. Reed back to Frankson. Wide to Grant. The Kasafa boys doing the prompting in the second half so far. Livingston. Oh, the flick from Nelson. I don't think he got anything onto it. Otherwise, he may have found Jason Wright with the pass. Kane to Hansen. Does he have the speed to get away from Brown? Brown holds him up very well. Good defending. Sewell. The Molynes skipper. The Limehall skipper, rather. Wide to Anderson. Campbell is beaten to it. Here's Livingston for Molynes. Right. Gives it away. Edwards forward. He gives it away. Nice pass into the path of Kane. Kane whips the cross early. Not sure Campbell would have gotten there. This is Hardy. Poor pass, picked off by Kane. Kane forward to Campbell. That wasn't the pass, you know.
He wanted to get, he was trying to get Campbell there, but he was leaning back all the time along the turf. The channel had opened up for him. It would have been a good ball had it been on the turf.
Leng, glorious pass from Leng trying to find Hansen. Too close to goalkeeper Harrison though. Battle between Kane and Hardy and Brown.
A lot on it for both these two teams. A big chance for them to register their first win of the season. And sometimes in a game we say a goal makes a world of difference for players and teams. And when you're struggling like this, one win and your fortunes could just change. So it could be a season-defining moment for any of these two teams who could get the win here.
Ellis for Limehall. Kane. Have to do it again. It's another throw. And Edwards has had an ordinary game for Limehall, number 23. And here's that into touch.
Yeah, we've seen him more influential than he has been today.
Rather muted today. In the previous game we did against Cavalier, he saw a lot of the play from his station on the right side of the attack.
He has since come back on the right. It's shifted somewhat in that first half.
Livingston on the run now from Molynes United. 3 men in the box to aim at. Checks in on the left foot. Livingston whips the cross in. Hardy beats his man and wins a corner.
If it Hardy, had he just judged that trajectory better, he may have been able to take it in his chest. Was a little slow to pick up the right position. Took him away from goal.
Tough conditions to play football in. The excitement meter has not had cause to start ticking, but that could all change right now with this corner kick from Molynes United. Oh, the back post, it's met by a Lime Hall defender. Looks as if Sewell got there, and now Molynes come again. Gordon trying to find Livingston and does. Livingston puts the cross in, whips it in dangerously. Cleared by Kane. And anywhere will do for Reed. Gets rid of it for Molynes United. And they can collapse into the defensive shape, the boys from Kasafa in blue. Another throw for Lime Hall. Hansen. Jahid down. Back to his feet quickly. Meanwhile, change is being made. Number 11, Tyreek McCullough, is set to come in for Lime Hall. Maybe number 23, Michael Edwards, is the man who's going to come out this time.
Wouldn't be surprised at that. McCullough is a right-sided player.
Yep, Edwards' number is up. So has had no impact on the game, Michael Edwards. And he's going to be taken off by the Lime Hall coach as soon as the referee allows. Kane for Lime Hall. Crowded out. And he wins the throw. No, he doesn't. So the change is being made now. Number 11, Tyreek McCullough in. Number 23, Michael Edwards out. Meanwhile, the Lime Hall skipper, Demanis Sewell, is down, needing some treatment.
Player number 23, Edwards, is being replaced by player number 11, Tyreek McCullough.
Yeah, Edwards would have seen better days. We'll see what McCullough brings to the table for Lime Hall. They certainly need a spark, they need a catalyst. Whether or not the number 11 can provide that. In world football, the number 11s are normally good creative players.
Well, Edwards wasn't pleased with the substitution. When he walked off, a couple of his teammates extended their hand of friendship. He ignored them. You can download the SportsMax app today on the Google Play or the App Store for the best in the action, where the JPL, schoolboy football, are concerned. SportsMax Zone and much more. Live racing from Kimanis Park. Harrison White to Grant for Molynes United. Can they find the opener? Can they do something to bring this game to life? Livingston bursting into the box and goes over. No appeal for anything. Good touch by McCullough. His first touch is good. Hansen into the space for McCullough to chase. Frankson going across. And coming together. To be fair, McCullough came to his foot easily. Fancy footwork by Frankson. As Molynes transition out of their defensive posture. Livingston forward to But the ball was intended for Wright. Wright was offside.
That will do a world of good for McCullough. His first touch good, and then good run into the channel. He looks sprightly already. How quickly the sun will suck the energy out of him is left to be seen.
Anderson gets around Gordon and whips the cross in. Frankson meets the cross, turning it away from Molynes. Limehall down to 10 men. Their captain is off the field, just flexing the left leg. Damani Sewell. And the referee tells him that he can return to the park. Nelson. Williams gets there, and he was deemed to have fouled the goalkeeper. The fans don't know how difficult these games are to commentate, Dwight, when the football is, as we've seen for the past 60-odd minutes.
Yeah, lacking in quality, and because of the condition, intensity. Sometimes when you don't have quality, but you get intensity and desire and fight, you can work with that, because you know you're compensating for what's missing. Missing a lot of those attributes here.
Gordon has his shirt tugged as he dribbled forward. Referee Anderson still keeps his cards in his pocket.
And I get the performances from both these teams are probably the main reason why they're at the foot of the table, looking like teams at the bottom of the table.
Hansen to Kane. Campbell wanted it back. Kane picked the wrong pass. It's a throw to Molynes United, to Limehall rather.
If ever a game needs a goal, it's this one.
Yep. And it's pelting here, the sun. It feels as if it's the sun equivalent of hard rain. Really, really hot here. Brown read the dummy and finds Andrews. Andrews forward to Wright. Wright gets away from Graham for now, but the ball ran away from him to Sewell. And Limehall can build again through Ellis. Hansen. Ellis. To his captain. Anderson. Ellis. Campbell. Gives it away.
Molynes been very compact just now in a 4-4-2 shape.
Here's McCullough. Has some space to work with. Runs at Brown. Can't get around Brown though. Lovely work by Brown at left back. This is Wright. Hardy. Can't get around Kane. Kane does well. Puts the cross in. And he was offside, Jahid Hansen.
A little bit better here from Limehall. The last 2 or 3 minutes here, looking to up the tempo, trying to put some passes together in the final third.
Livingston goes for the shot. He was falling away as he made contact.
Nelson berating that he should have turned back to look for him, but you could see Livingston shaping up the minute the ball was coming over. You knew he was going to go for the first time shot.
Yeah, easily the most dangerous individual on the field based on what what the players have produced so far in this game.
Yeah.
Whenever he's running, you just feel like something can happen.
Yeah, and we've seen him create a chance out of nothing too, when he almost injured Williams. So yeah, a player is willing to give it his all. We've seen that from Graham at the back for Limehall. So those are the two standout players for these teams. See players warming up for Molynes, looking to get some attacking impetus on the park shortly, you feel.
Nelson, Livingston, can he get there? Goalkeeper Williams was off his line quickly and beat him to it. Williams' goal kick is aimless. Into touch for a throw. Water break signaled by the referee Anderson, which gives us a chance to take a breather ourselves and to assess where this game seems to be meandering to in the 68th minute.
And I know you choose your words wisely, George, when you two speak. Meandering is exactly what it is doing. And yeah, no clear owners of the game so far from these two teams. Molynes, they ended the first half the better, started a little bit sprightly in the second half, but it's pretty much back and forth, even out between the two of them, not really creating clear-cut chances. No indication that the deadlocks will be broken here. I did say that we came into the game with two of the worst defense in it, but it was the two worst teams to try and take advantage of those situations, because they've only scored 4 goals in this league so far, amongst the worst attacking teams in the league. So I don't think it's surprising the way it was. I think we were quite hopeful that we would have gotten something more. And both sets of coaches looking to go to the bench to see if the spark, the catalyst, was sitting on the bench all game long. Both new coaches trying to work their way through the team to know these players. So far, what they've seen is more of the same of what they came into or would have seen before they took on the job.
The game crying out for some quality. And there's still time for the players to produce it as we look at what appears to be a group of Mount Pleasant supporters. They are just enjoying the hors d'oeuvres before the main course is served at about 3:30 p.m. Jamaica time.
Hors d'oeuvres these days, I'm not sure they're enjoying it, but
no. They're saying it's a bit salty.
And they could do with some water in the sun.
Yes,
and those hors d'oeuvres, yeah.
One of them in the group may be saying, well, George, the hors d'oeuvres taste like horse overs. That's some people
in that
say.
vicinity.
Horse overs. All right. So quick water break. The stands filling up nicely for the big game, which will pit will pit Mount Pleasant, the defending champions, against Waterhouse, as we see the first card of the afternoon handed to Sajay Anderson for Limehall. Plays over on the left side of that defense. Right, tripped up by Sewell. Free kick. Jeremy Nelson's influence has waned in the second half. He was prominent in the first half, at the heart of a lot of combinations involving Jason Wright and Rashawn Livingston, but he hasn't seen much of the ball so far in the second half.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of the combination with them as well. Even when he tried one at a time, he missed the ball completely to try and lay it off to Wright. But yeah, not with the type of zeal and understanding that we saw amongst them in that first half.
Enrique Gordon lining up this free kick for Molynes United. Fires it in. Gets a second chance, Gordon. Whips in the cross this time. The head goes up. Oh, it's Nelson. Nelson pokes it forward. Was it a handball? Maybe a handball, maybe an offside.
Yeah, because the flag went up. More so for an incident, because the linesman also pointed after, didn't keep it straight up to say it was an offside.
I think it was a handball.
Yeah,
I think he caught the ball.
It looked that way. And maybe just looking to get away with something that Ronaldo Robinson got away with a couple of weeks here. And maybe just came down with his hand. Let's see if this one is better.
Yeah. His hands got to the ball.
DC didn't try and hit it into the goal.
Graham trying to find McCullough. Excellent first touch by Javon Brown. Has been good for Molynes in the left side of this, on the left side of this defense. Some very good touches on the ball. The little tank. Short, squat man, Javon Brown is, but thick set. Very strong. Good athlete. Sewell comes forward for Limehall, out to Hansen. Hansen has switched flanks, Jahid Hansen.
They're looking for better dividends.
Seven fouling 11, Hansen fouling Livingston.
But is not connecting to the benefit of Limehall yet. Manny Clark there having a chat with Alfred Barnett, who was the interim coach when David Price departed.
Good take by Hardy. And Reed won it well. Flicked by Jason Wright. The heads go up. Hardy, what can he do? Works around 2 defenders, but didn't have room. And Jaheim Williams was quick on the scene anyway.
I think he went to the wrong area as well. It was making an acute angle even more acute once he looked to cut inside. Would have had to be a cross-goal ball that would have unlocked this Limehall defence, but a shot on goal you felt would have been an impossible task.
Graham. Frankson got his face to it. Angling against McCullough. Brown finds Andrews into space for Livingston. He wants to run, LaShawn Livingston. And out sprints Anderson. Anderson has his big off body though, and did well to protect the ball.
Yeah, just managed to get it in between man and ball there, Anderson, and good defensive work, Livingston.
Javon Brown.
Best all day.
Yeah, Javon Brown is down on this near side.
I think that the play that caused them to go down, it should have been an infringement called against Limehall when he looked to switch that ball to find Jason Wright and was just caught in the swing, the follow through. You see Molynes' actions, movement on the bench.
That's a shot of you, Jeremiah. Wave to the fans, wave to the fans. That's what Jeremiah looks like, yeah. A wafer thin man, look at him. Yeah?
That's why I'm in the stand here, or in the commentary box here, not getting physical on the park. I was quite nifty in my days playing, yeah.
Our director is the best.
Caught me off guard here.
Here's Ellis in midfield for Limehall. What can happen? Can we get a spark to ignite this game in the 75th minute? Nelson's header was weak, and now McCullough has it. Brown comes to him early. McCullough sprints away from Brown. Can he get the cross in? Excellent tackle by Javon Brown. Ooh, is bumped in the back of the head by McCullough, and the referee will go to his pocket, and McCullough will get a Christmas card.
Luckily, it's not Christmas color, one of the official colors of Christmas, which is red and green. But yeah, certainly deserving of it.
Change being made by Molynes. Number 32, Hardy, comes out. And number 33, Shamara Dennis, comes in.
Yeah, looking for a up in the number. Hopefully it will give a up in performance.
Javon Brown seems to be favoring his calf. Right calf, got some treatment moments earlier and seems to be bothering, maybe a bit of tightness there. And here he is, Brown.
So one left attacker for another.
Right.
Coming on for Molynes.
Dennis is offside.
Wondering if any of these two teams have a match to create an explosion here.
Yeah, they're going to need more than that. They're going to need a lot of gasoline. Or
with that one match, eh?
Yeah, if you only have one sticker match, you're going to need a lot of gasoline.
And you can't get it wrong, you know. You strike, you have to shield that win. And we've seen them gotten it wrong a lot here, more so Limehall than Molynes.
Livingston wins it from Anderson. Keeps it in play very well. This is Jeremy Nelson. Ellis got there before him. Meanwhile, Javon Brown continues to struggle with that right calf injury, the right calf issue. Not moving freely at all. If I were McCullough and I got possession, I'm sprinting him. I'm running him to see if that calf will hold out. Leng goes to McCallum's direction, but Frankson stood strong. Dennis on the run from Molynes. Needs support though. Oh, lovely turn, body swerve, leaves Carlos Campbell with twisted blood. Here's Jason Wright. Jeremy Nelson. Handball.
When you see no complaints coming from Jeremy Nelson, you know that, yeah, right call for by the referee.
Off the chest and off the hand, or the arm to be precise. Although in Jamaica they don't distinguish between the hand and the arm.
Just the hand. Handball anywhere it hits it.
A man says to you that his hand, like you say, my hand broke. Doesn't necessarily mean his hand is broken. It means anywhere between his shoulder and his fingertips.
Yes.
The break can be anywhere along
Exactly.
that length. Jamaican says the hand, or the foot is between the toe and the hip.
Yes. They say only in Jamaica, huh?
Yes, sir. Here's Livingston on the sprint. He's come midfield, Rashawn Livingston. Glorious pass. Picks out Dennis at the back post. What can Dennis do from the lines? Dennis working the shooting angle. Still Dennis. Dennis shoots. Oh, he misses.
Yeah, but you saw what he was trying to do, George. Right intention, yes, but the execution, poor. He worked himself into a better angle, seeing full face of the goal, but just couldn't hit the target. Lovely ball from Livingston. He's the most likely catalyst here for Molynes, for any of the two teams. But yeah, just needed to settle himself a little bit more. Just rushed into that shot, but I don't think he was under a lot of pressure.
This may be a tactical injury break by Molynes because the goalkeeper has gone down, Peter Harrison, getting some treatment. And the SportsMax app moment comes up now. A defensive action by Kevin Graham. This is the ball. Livingston runs off Anderson's shoulder, gets the cross in, and Kevin Graham with the emergency clearance. Jason Wright was waiting to pounce. And that there, folks, is your SportsMax app moment. Defending 101 from Kevin Graham.
And he did have a few more of those moments in the game. So that's a course that you're sure he went to the class.
Meanwhile, another change being lined up by Molynes. Number 9 is coming in, Thorne Simpson.
So no, once I go down, you know, you have to know when name there. You have to tell me the command. Good? Good?
Donald Stewart, quite familiar with the names of all his players. He said, when you run, you have to tell name there.
What your name there?
Tell name there for Mark. Translation, folks, you have to tell that guy. I don't remember his name, but you know who I'm talking.
Yeah.
Hansen, Ronaldo, comes out for Lime Hall. And number 15, Imani Beckford, the son of the St. Anne FA president. And now he has a big posting with Mount Pleasant. Danny Beckford, General Secretary of Mount Pleasant Academy. Danny Beckford, his son, that's him, Imani Beckford. He runs on. Let's see what he can do.
And there's a slight change in the formation for Molynes.
Harrison goes high and claims and is upset with the aggression with which Jahid Hansen came through to challenge him. Hansen is saying, I did nothing wrong, and the referee is having a word with Hansen because he felt he was unnecessarily rough.
And I felt he had all right to go for it, Hansen. And then we see confirmation. Simpson coming in for Brown. Thorne Simpson, Javon Brown.
With a calf injury.
Yeah.
Cutting his afternoon short.
Yeah, so Livingston has been pushed to the left back position, it appears. Yeah. Versatile. He was one of their main threat, but now he's been asked to keep out the threat of Lime Hall coming down Molynes' left side. It looks as if they've gone to a 4-2-3-1 system with the substitute Ronaldo Brown looking to be the point man, the number 9. They did start with a, well, they started out looking like that and morphed into a 4-3-3. Now they are fully back to what they said they were with a 4-2-3-1.
Kane off the chest of Dennis. Kane once again. Beckford got his head to it. This is Campbell. Some nice touches in the box, but he's going away from goal. And Reed stabbed it forward. Graham lines up the cross. Can't beat Andrews though. Livingston trying to get Simpson on the sprint. Williams allows it to run back into his penalty box where he can take all day with it, but he quick release. Kane struck in the head. Clash of heads with Livingston. Livingston none the worse. Kane down for the count.
Livingston just walking away, and Williams ran all the way from his goal to come up, probably saying something to the referee that it should have been much more than what it was, and he picks up the yellow card. Yeah, maybe the arm from Livingston did go up.
That may have been in the follow-through though, because in the initial action, when the contact was made, I think it was...
It is the follow-through.
Yeah, maybe Kane's head hitting Livingston's shoulder.
We've seen 3 yellow cards to Limehall, and I think 2 of them come because of what players have said. Only McCullough, I think his one was because of raised arm.
Kane has the boots off. Looks as if he won't be able to continue. Shaquille Kane.
6 minutes plus time to be added on to go here, or just about 5. I haven't seen anything in 85 minutes to suggest it would have to be a big improvement in the last 5 minutes or so.
The Limehall trainers asking for the stretcher, because Shaquille Kane is really in some pain. Pounding the turf just now with his foot and writhing in agony. Fanny Clark in consultation with Jahid Hansen.
He's trying to see if he can give him enough instruction. Whether or not he'll get it and be able to execute it to bring about the breakthrough is another matter. Marlon Buckley's waiting to come on.
You will get beaten, you keep running.
Kane will take no further part in this contest. 2 players we've seen coming off the park in a forced way injured.
Johnny Flemings from Molynes.
Yep, and now Kane.
The new man with the free kick, Buckley. Swings it forward. Met by Frankson. Andrews. Here's Hansen. Dragged it across the 18-yard box. And Nelson forward to Thorne Simpson. Ling was there. Simpson still battling. Jason Wright, just a toe. He got to it, and Kevin Graham runs across. And Kevin Graham finishes the clearance for Limehall. Livingston.
Just saw a shot there. Kevin Graham was very physical with the substitute, number 33, Dennis. Almost shove him off the park.
Dennis can't get around Ellis. Has he won the corner? Nope, it's a goal kick.
Check, relax, man. Relax.
Don't know why the Limehall goalkeeper is taking so long to retrieve the ball. They're at home and they want the win, so he's walking as if he's leading 3-0.
Well, he's above Molynes in the table, but he's still in a relegation position, and the incentive for a win here would lift them out of the drop zone, and as high as 11 possibly. So not quite sure why he sees a point as a fitting end to this game.
Somebody from Lima needs to go with the ambulance. Somebody from Lima.
McCullough. Stadium announcer says somebody from Limehall needs to go with the ambulance because apparently Kane needs to be taken to the hospital, and they want an official from Limehall to go with the ambulance. Meanwhile, Dennis is sprinting into space for Molynes. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Barely. But that's all that's needed. Here's Nilsson. Saw Thorne Simpson's run. Simpson aborted the run.
And I don't see the incentive in aborting the run. There's no way that you're going to get the ball in the position when you stop. Yes, Maggie is saying that he stopped to allow the defender to go. I mean, Nelson was already shaping making that pass. Pretty much has left his foot. And he decided to stop Thorne.
Graham. Looking for the right pass. Kevin Graham. The fans urging him to get rid of the ball. Frankston off the chest, and he was fouled by Imani Beckford.
Yeah, and Anson saying that he wanted Graham to release that pass much earlier because Molynes was pushing up, but there was space in behind to run into. Just needed the ball over the top so you can, as we say, turn or peel off and just run into that space.
Lovely by Tajay Andrews. Brought that down sweetly and has freed Reed. Gordon on his bike. This is Jason Wright from Molynes. Into space. Oh, he was hoping that Gordon would have continued his run and would have got there, but admitted in the pass was misdirected.
Yeah, and it probably needed a holding up a little bit more because Gordon was coming from deep and he made a pass to Wright, about a 10-11 yard pass. He needed time to get there.
Ellis for Limehall. Don't get the sense of urgency from the home team. Jason Wright for Molynes. Forward. Can't get beyond Sewell. There's been a rock in that Limehall defense alongside Kevin Graham. Ellis gives it away in a dangerous position to Gordon. Gordon passes it to Wright. Still Gordon. Swings the cross in. Nelson, Thorne Simpson off the head, but his body was contorted in the wrong way. Couldn't get it at goal, and Livingston's shot is blocked by Hansen. We're gonna play 6 minutes of added time.
And that's a lot of time still for a team to win it. We saw in the English Premier League this morning, Liverpool and Fulham. And it was in late stages that Liverpool had to find 2 goals to come from being 3-2 down to win it 4-3 in the end. And it looks like it's going to be a minimum. Well, it was going to be a minimum of 6, so it's going to be more now. We have an injury in time added on.
Hansen seems to be a hamstring issue, the left hamstring. Stretcher sent for, but he doesn't want the stretcher ride. Limehall's problems are evident. They don't have a goal scorer. They don't have a lock picker in midfield either. And their wingers aren't what you'll call pullers, which can pull a defense apart. While for Molynes, their issue is in the creative third.
Yeah, they haven't created enough in terms of clear-cut chances.
Yeah.
I mean, Livingston has tried.
Here he is, Rashawn Livingston. And the pass from Frankston wasn't weighted properly.
Like so many passes before that.
Yes, sir.
Because, in truth, the best chances of the game have fallen to Molynes, to to Limehall. Molynes, they've created pretty much half chances that we say if Graham wasn't there, then maybe Wright or Hardy would have latched onto it, but that's why Graham is there. And you have to give better passes to get around him.
Then he stopped the advance of Ellis. Here's Buckley. Limehall throw.
And in the second half, both these teams have really struggled to create any really good chances in it. And a Limehall fan close to us was saying that was epitomized by the fact that not even a corner kick they've seen Limehall win. Suggests they're not threatening enough.
Buckley had to get there. A clash of the 33s. Joseph Culture-Hill of blessed memory spoke about and sang about the 2-7s clashing. That was the 4-3s clashing. Frankson's free kick, can't beat Ling. Still dangerous. Thorne Simpson goes down, winning the free kick. Yes, he has. Chance, last chance, you think, for Molynes United. Quick free kick. Referee didn't like it.
And even with about 3 minutes still to go, you say it's the last chance for them, and I guess it's the frequency with which they've been creating chances that you can safely say that, George, because you're right. I mean, it hasn't come with the regularity. Williams there being very meticulous with the positioning of his wall. We've seen a goalkeeper for Man United be meticulous in the Champions League and still giving it away.
He had to speak about Man United. Oh my gosh.
I'm in good company, why not?
As if the work we're doing isn't difficult enough with the kind of match we're doing, eh? Anyway, 3 men lining up this free kick for Molynes. What can they do at the death? Andrews has an interest, so too does Sergini Frankson and Jeremy Nelson. I fancy Jeremy Nelson from the angle that he's marked out his approach to the football.
I think so as well.
Can they find that bit of quality which has been elusive all afternoon, either side of the half line? Nelson or Andrews? Nelson it will be. Nelson! And the free kick has been like the run of play in the game up to this point.
Yeah, in keeping with what we've seen so far in this encounter, and not a lot of players to choose from in terms of quality in this game for player of the game. But for me, the two standout players in either team would have to be Livingston and Graham. Livingston was pretty much the main protagonist for Molynes in that first half. Started in the second half, and even when we saw a glimmer of chance for Molynes, it was his true pass that needed someone to get onto, and then being asked to play at left back, and is so obliged to thwart, going from creating chances to nullifying chances. He has done well, but throughout the game, Graham has been really good.
Well, I was about to say to you after all that Livingston's team hasn't scored, and Graham's team has kept a clean sheet because of his work. So,
yes,
yeah, Kevin Graham wins it.
And right on cue, there he is.
Yep. Buckley gives it away to Gordon. Sewell, who hasn't done anything wrong either, the captain at centre half for Limehall. Blocked by Anderson. Ellis, Hansen, Buckley, trying to find McCullough. How good is his touch? Frankson in with aggression, and right on cue, referee Kelsler Anderson calls time to the proceedings. A game that wasn't pretty to watch, a slug really, A bit of an arm wrestle, a bit of an old-style grapple, and both these teams have grappled to a 0-0 draw at the end of 96 minutes. Tough conditions here they encountered at the Draxhole Sports Complex. A couple of players leaving the field on stretchers. Johnny Flemings from Molynes United, and then Shaquille Kane for Lime Hall. And in the end, stalemate, 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 0-0. And nothing much to inspire those watching at home. And pretty much a little bit, just a little bit for the fans here to cheer inside the Draxhole Sports Complex. At the end of this JPL clash, Lime Hall, the home team, 0. Molynes United, the visitors, 0. The full-time score. So we got underway. Gordon finding Livingston, the cross comes in. And Jason Wright sliced it badly, but he was being closed down by Latroy Ling. Then Frankson beat to it by Hansen. And look at Ling, this was the game's best chance. Switches it to the left foot and then a wild slash. Hansen again. And it wasn't a shot, it wasn't a pass, it was something in between. Brown with the cross in. And then watch Johnny Flemings. A wicked volley, but just couldn't get it down in time. Livingston found Nelson, who found Wright. Gordon away from Graham, but he was off balance when he applied the left-footed finish. Brown was on target with the free kick, but not much power. And then this free kick from distance. Didn't beat the goalkeeper. Livingston tried to make something out of nothing at all from that free kick. And then here was Dennis. He's gonna work the shooting angle for himself, Dennis. And it whistles by the left upright. And at the end, Kessler Anderson, the referee, having no need to write down a goal scorer on his match card. The match stats. There were 13 shots overall, 10 by Molynes United. 4 shots on target. 21 fouls, 13 committed by Lime Hall. And Lime Hall had 52% possession. 3 yellow cards, all 3 to Lime Hall players. Our man of the match, Kevin Graham, is downstairs with Dwight Jeremiah.
Graham, another sturdy performance from you at the back. We saw you against Cavalier. You walked away just with a point. You scored and also defended well in that game. Another sturdy performance, but not getting the goals from your team.
Well, coming into this game today, we wasn't really on a positive note in between the games that we played before, but the mindset for this week was like to keep whatever we come at the field with. So, you know, we didn't get the end result today, which was supposed to be a win, but, you know, we secure what we came here with. So we have to just move on with this positive result. Not a 3 points, but this is a result that we can surely move forward with. How united and committed are the players in the camp with all the bad results that have been going on? Well, to tell you the truth, it's just us against the world, you know, and when it's just us against the world, we have to be mentally strong, physically strong on the field. So I would say, like, off the field, like, we're physical, mentally strong and prepared. Just that the results aren't in our favors, but we're mentally and physically strong right through. Well, continue to be strong, Thank Graham. You very much. Good performance today, all the best. Yeah. So, Graham with the man of the match performance. And we have Stuart stepping into our shot here in terms of the game. Tell me what you make of this encounter today, or your team performance.
Well, I think not just the performance, but the characteristic that display within the game of the game with my team was excellent. I mean, you're still at the bottom of the table with this point. What else have you seen from the team today to suggest that you can get wins because you have to score goals? We see we're making that effort to be disciplined tactically, and also trying to get other persons involved in a scoring opportunity. We're creating numbers up in the defensive, in our final third, which is the team defensive third. And that's good for us. In terms of approaching the January transfer window, are you looking to go into the market, or you're satisfied with what you have? No, we're not satisfied. We're also there looking as well. All right, all the best, Coach. Thanks. So, Molynes not getting the result that they would have desired to lift them off the bottom of the table, but they're still at the foot of the table and wanting to
come off the foot of the table. It's going to be difficult for them with performances like that they only got a point here today. Now themselves and Limehall on 3 points, joining Harbourview, but I think Harbourview, they still maintain a better goal average, so it's still 13 and 14 as we started the day today. And Limehall at home, you feel, is the team that would be more disappointed of the two teams here. And Coach Clark, your team didn't get the win at home today. Disappointed in the results?
Yes and no. I wanted to see a reaction, and I think I got a reaction. Wanted to see the makings of a unit rather than individuals. I think by and large we saw some of that. What it does is speaks to the magnitude of this task.
And you saying that, and the expression on your face is probably saying reality has checked in now, I've taken a job. There's a lot of work to do. One of the biggest tasks you have is to make or find a goal scorer. You create chance.
Absolutely. And you know those don't come easily. So, well, I think if we can get the team playing together as a team, we can eke out results, and we can organize and get them looking more as a cohesive unit. So let's start there. Let's build on the positives here today. Wanted to win this game, wanted to get off to a good start. I think start isn't bad, but ultimately, whether we had won, lost, or drawn this game, I think the work that needs to be done remains the same, and it's a huge task to get the group together as a group and play some football.
Well, wish you all the best, coach, in your task.
Thanks.
So, Molynes 0, Limehall Community Club 0. And that's it for the first game of this doubleheader. But after the break, the excitement meter will register, I guarantee it, when the defending champions Mount Pleasant meet Bad Waterhouse.
This is Island Car Rentals. We're an international award-winning Jamaican company, and we know just how to make your travel experience memorable. Whether you're going somewhere as an individual or a group, we'll take you there in comfort, in style, anywhere. For car rentals, chauffeur services, airport transfers, or your very own customized tours, whatever the reason, business or leisure, we're just a call away. Let Island Car Rentals be your travel partner, because Island people take better care of you.